Welcome in once again, guys. We're here to feed that Yu-Gi-Oh cardboard addiction, guys. You guys already know we have infinite impermanence, PCR. I mean, you can choose either rarity like PURs or PSRs or whatnot here, this, that, and the third there. We understand. But the whole point is that the card in itself is falling down in price. Today, we're just choosing the PCR, but infinite impermanences across the board are crashing down hard. They're tanking down extremely hard in price. Why? Because it's falling out of favor. When you look at the best decks right now, the best deck lists, you see that imperm is nowhere to be found. And it's been a long time. It's been a long time where we wake up to a meta where there's no imperms being played at 3 in each and every single deck. So again, when staples, even iconic staples such as infinite impermanence, cycles out of a meta, you can see it crashes down in price. This card is getting reprinted later on this year, if I'm not mistaken. We saw that it was going to get an additional print. At least my brain is telling me that. And we expect probably a Starlight rare, maybe alternate art and rarity collection 5. It's crazy how I talk that way, like if it's already been announced, but it's just, I mean, or even if it's not an alternate art, maybe just a Starlight rare somewhere, somehow. But so again, we expect further reprints down the line of such an iconic card. Plus, the card is falling out of favor when it comes to the meta. When you combine those things, you see that this card used to be $26, $27. Some people even paid even into the 30s to get access to this PCR because this was their favorite rarity. A lot of people like PCRs, and you can see today it's crashed down over 50%, guys. Insane. 31 listings only, so listings are still pretty low. We cleaned this up janitor style. We see 25 listings only, and you do have a couple of one-ofs, and then it does go back up to 16s where you see the playsets, and eventually back up to 20 bones at the bottom of the page. But people have been panic selling this card at around 13s and even at lower prices, even into the 12s with play sets here. So it's been readily available for the past couple of weeks down here, and you still have a couple of copies left. So again, the card is still scarce. It came in rarity collection Uno multiple years ago already now. Excuse me, guys. So again, this came in rarity collection 1. Hard to get, scarce, we understand, but people have been panic selling because they're moving on from these staples to get the other staples that they need for the current format, for the current meta. So again, I'm just showing you this card crashing down over 50%, but across the board, if you need infinite impermanences, there's not going to be a better time to pick this card up than the next 2 to 3 months, in my humble opinion. So again, this card is just too broken, it's too great, it's been played forever. Now it cycles out of the meta. And not to say that people still don't play or don't use it. I'm talking about like just every deck. Like it's always been, imperms have been at 3 essentially in every deck for the past couple of years since it came out. Essentially. It's just been part of the meta. So you want to keep your eye out for these. If you have a particular rarity that you really love about imperms, you know, if you love the PURs or the PSRs or, you know, the quarter centuries, even the ultimate rares, you want to keep out for this card. In the next 2 to 3 months, we expect these cards, all of them across the board, as they, you know, it phases out of the current meta, to go down in price. And this is when you're going to come in, pick up the copies you want for yourself, a couple of extra copies, even commons are still $3 to $4. Even if it gets another holographic print somewhere, my brain is telling me that we saw that what was it, and that said that Mo Charming Meows is coming or something. I don't remember right now, but the whole point is eventually the card is going to get reprinted. It's going to probably get a Starlight. It's going to probably get that secret rare that I'm talking about, and a couple prints here and there. But in general, imperms is just one of them cards that you're always going to need. Maybe you don't need it for a couple of months for a specific format, but down the line, we're going to all need this card again. People are going to rush in, and these PCRs are going to be 20 pluses again. Just as an example, and just across the board, the card will probably go up in the future, so don't miss out as the card crashes down and tanks down in price. Same as the Nibiru, the Primal Being, this damn rock. Now, you know, people are not playing it anymore, you know, for this format heavily as it was in this past format. So you see quarter century secret rares from the same rarity collection Uno right here. Look at that. It was 45s the other day, around 50s, and then just crashing overnight as low as 32s, 35 listings here. You see it bump up from the $32 low up to 35s. But yeah, you're starting to see play sets here at mid 30s. Of course, it quickly goes back up to 40s and even 50s, guys. But again, these prices have been here. The volume is coming in because people are like, this is just too low in price. The largest volume candle in the last 90 days. So that's very considerable. But look, guys, people have been buying this card across the board at around 30s. Crazy the discrepancy in price, thanks to Billy Bob. But yeah, look at that, 31s, man. Wow, even at 25s, man. Some people have been panic selling like crazy. They're like, yo, I don't need this damn rock anymore. You know, I just want my new staples and new quarter centuries and new this and new starlights and new that. And now, again, people have been panic selling this card. So again, if you've ever wanted this card, $100 for a playset of quarter centuries, not bad at all, guys. So, you know, just wanted to highlight that this card has been crashing down as of late. And when we say if you wanted this card, it's not maybe because you're going to use it now, but these are cards that you get now. They're not going to get any easier to get. They're not going to get quarter century for this specific version. And art, you do have the alternate arts at around 50, 55s, you know, last time we checked. But this is the rock, the main, you know, OG rarity. And just because it's cycling out of the meta format that we're heading into now, you want to get it now as it continues to crash down so that you can let them marinate like fine wine. Just set them to the side, forget about a card like this. And then, you know, later on this year, everyone's back on nibs or heading into next year. And everyone needs these again. So you want to take advantage of these flash crashes, especially for hard to get cards like these guys. And then look, we have an announcement every single day that they announce these new cards. We're going to be talking about them here on the channel to keep you guys informed. We can see today's prismatic secret reveals here, Fiendsmith's track and Varudra's the final bringer of the end times. Literally yesterday's market watch was fire, guys. Look, we literally were talking about track, and we were telling people, guys, sell these cards, man. We covered all the past core sets and reprint sets that we said might be reprinted in the tins. It was an amazing market watch. If you missed that, don't miss out, man. It was great information. Look, we said, guys, Fiendsmith's track, I'd be selling this card literally, and right now it's still holding strong at the time of recording. It's still holding that $24 mark, but we expect this card to go into the teens and eventually the single digits. Don't let this $25 card become $5 on you. Just don't do that, man. I'm not gonna go too much into this one. We already discussed it in yesterday's market watch. If you didn't watch it, don't miss out. And then you have the quarter centuries crashing down from 130s to 80s. We wish. The card is 60s and some change. And now we know that it's a prismatic secret rare that's coming in here. So you know, quarter century might hold more value, but it still has, you know, the balance implication potential you know, to it, plus being power crept eventually. So again, just I'd be selling these cards just like I said yesterday, man. And then we also were talking about Varudra's here yesterday as well. As we can see, literally a couple, you know, 21 hours ago, we were talking about this card. I'm telling you guys, same deal, just sell this card. Again, this is before it was announced, and this video will probably age very, very well because, you know, every day they're going to be releasing new tin cards from now on forward. So you don't want to miss out, man. Check out yesterday's market watch if you didn't. The OGs know you do not want to miss out, because look, like now we see it here. We literally talked about it yesterday, and now you can see the card has been bumping down here to 12s, and eventually, like we said yesterday, it's gonna be single digits. You know, at first you're gonna get the rush of people that don't know, they don't track these things. They're like, oh my god, I always needed this card and it's at an all-time low. So you're gonna see that volume come in, but you sell these cards just like we said yesterday. Amazing how this video is gonna age. Insane, guys. And again, to find it, you come here. Look at that, reprints tanking prices. You definitely want to make sure you watch that market watch. Don't miss out. Let me know what you guys think about these reprints, man. I'm excited for the tins, man. So much potential value coming just around the corner. So first link in the description down below. If by any chance you want to purchase any of these cards that are crashing in price, as you can see here with the chart, you want to fast track these cards, first link in the description down below. Easy peasy, to your advantage right there. And then literally today's the last call for Lorely Load and Drill Beams play sets and Rising Scale Starlight. One lucky winner in the Discord. Literally just 8 hours left. Don't miss out, guys. Don't miss out. Last call, 8 hours left. If you haven't participated, what are you waiting for? Like, there's literally no better time than now with 8 hours left. One lucky winner for all of this value, guys. To one lucky winner coming to a theater near you. Just give yourself a shot. You know, and some of you guys, how do I join the giveaway? You come over here to the link tree, link in the description down below, click the Discord button. It takes you over here. Read the server rules, guys, right here, server rules. Click right here on this thumbs up. That's all you got to do. It opens up the rest of the server. You come to giveaways. You click this party hat. You are participating in our giveaway for free. The bot will select the winner. Do not miss out. Last call before an upcoming 10K giveaways, man. I'm excited, so do not miss out. And we continue to grow. It's all thanks to you guys. Just about to hit 9.8K. Really appreciate you guys. Make sure you subscribe if you're new here. Like the video. Ring that bell so you can stay tuned and informed with our daily market watch content, as well as participate in our channel giveaways. We have Mitsu Booty Ritual, man. We're always talking about the like the ultra rares, their 13s, they're crashing down. Okay, today I was like, let me see the quarter century secret rare. This card is what? It says 56, 57s around there. This card used to be 127s. Insane. Says we're down to 70s. We wish we're at 57s, guys. 53 listings here with walls, actual walls. This card is crashing down like a rock, just tanking down in price, literally at all-time lows. The chart hasn't even updated, guys. How the mighty have fallen, man. Wow. Look at this, man. Look at this valley, just V-shape recovering, then M-shape dumping, or U-shape dumping there, guys. Insane. Wild how just value just gets destroyed, demolished. Oh, you know, we go from one meta deck to another. A couple of months go by, a deck dominates for a format, then a new format comes, boom, everything resets. Then these cards all of a sudden are not as good as they were, and it's crazy to see how this value just dissipates and vanishes, guys. Wow. So this card is crashing down, and honestly still at over 50s. I'd be moving. Hey, not to say that Mitsu Booty can't be played with any of the new decks, but the most represented decks moving forward won't have this engine, most likely. As you can see, prices are reflecting that. These cards are crashing down like crazy, and you want to cut your losses. Again, should have been selling beforehand, but if you still have this card, I would cut my losses. Just move it, recycle it into something else, or you can put 50 bucks in, double up in price, and then you'll be back up at triple digits with that investment, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine, guys. So again, Mitsu Booty Ritual. Plus, eventually it's going to get reprinted, probably as a Starlight somewhere down the line. So, you know, I'd be getting rid of this one as it crashes down in price. There you go. We have Artifact Lancia. This card, QCSR, as Malice falls out of favor in the meta, you know, where it's not heavily represented anymore, as we have Vanquish Soul Canine. Justice Hunters is literally upon us, guys. Tomorrow, the boxes are officially releasing to the masses. We're going to be discussing day one prices, so stay tuned for that. So again, Malice is now running rampant. So now Lancia used to be 45 bucks. You know, you had a double top here, never look back. You do have a little volume candle here at around 30s, it says, but really we're at 25 bucks with multiple listings here at around 25, 26s, 35 listings. And this card had his heyday. Not that we can't use it still, not that it doesn't affect certain decks now, but it's not readily available in the sense where everyone needs it. Everyone needs a play set in their side deck. Everyone needs to play this card. No, not anymore. Of course, you can still face Malice, and that's why Malice might do better as people phase this card out of their side deck because they're worried about Vanquish Soul Canine, you know, Draco Tails and Yummies. But yes, it's 25 bones. It's crashing down in price. And, you know, it's much better to pay 25 than 45s if like, you need it. So I understand people coming in and picking it up. But, you know, this card might even go down into the teens as it falls out of favor from everyone's side deck. So definitely keep an eye out for this one as it continues to tank down in price. We have Galatea, the Orcus Automaton. I was like, what? This card is 10 bucks? When? How? The card recently was 20-piece McNuggies from Mickey D's, man. And then you wake up one day, it says 16s, but really 10 50s, man. 67 listings. You do have a couple of one-ups, and then you have a playset at 1240s. So again, if you really wanted this particular card, you're playing Orcus, and you wanted this particular version for your extra deck at 1050s, it is not bad for a card that is essentially down 50% from the previous highs, guys. Not bad at all to get exposure to this card from Bonanza. You know, Orcus is still being played. It could still be around the meta, especially for the next month. So definitely make those considerations with this quarter century secret rare. PCRs went up to like 4 or 5s. No way, no how. This card has no business being $10.50. If you want it, you know, I would take advantage of it, because it could be 15s overnight, man. As Orcus continues to be played, at least get, you know, your one of or however many of these you need. Quarter century secret rare from Bonanza at 1050s, literally crashed down overnight. Not bad at all. So here we have Called by the Grave, quarter century secret rare. Again, this QCSR was 48 bones pushing 50s, and it's still down at 38 bucks, guys. After a couple of ones and twos, it does reclaim the $40+ mark at the bottom of the page. 34 listings. I mean, not to say that it ever will. A lot of people say it's just right at 1. Excuse me, you know, it'll never come back to 2 like the OCG. If I'm not mistaken, the card is too good. It doesn't just hit hand traps, it hits other things. To me, this card should have been a 2 always, and never gone to 1, because there's just too many hand traps out there. People playing 12, 15 hand traps. You know, that's just my opinion. Just give us a shot, man, to play around hand traps, and your opponent as well. But it is what it is. It's at 1, and as a one of, we already talked about the alternate art at a great price. Last time we talked about that one from Stampede. So now this rarity collection Uno at 38. Not bad at all, man. Not bad at all. If you go to the yearly, you can see this card at one point was even 53 bones. Excuse me. And even, guys. Excuse me, guys. Look, there hasn't been a larger volume candle since the one we just had here for the past year. For the past 365 days, we just had essentially the largest volume candle right there. There's the evidence, man. There's the evidence. So again, when you see a card like this, you know, basically double bottoming here from last year's low, that's powerful. Powerful, guys. You come in, if you want your one of, if you've been watching the quarter century secret rare, you never wanted to pay over 50 bucks for it. Now at 38s, 39s, anything under 40s is great for your one of. If you don't want the alternate R, if you just want the OG, this card has crashed down from the $53 highs with highs of 65s all the way down to 37, 38s. You pick up this card now if you've always really wanted it. We have Heretic Seal of the Heavenly Spheres. Crazy that, you know, this card, thanks to Dragon Ruler hype, was like high up there in price. And Blue Eyes hype as well helped it go up in price. So the Dragon Ruler and Blue Eyes double whammy pushed this card's price up to crazy highs. When the card was just 11 bucks, it went all the way up, it says, to 33s, but we had sales even at 50s, guys. Insane. Volume has been coming in as the card has been crashing down to 1350s, 46 listings. And yeah, we're essentially coming down all the way back down to the scene of the crime. So if you've ever wanted this card, you didn't feel like paying 33s, you know, 50s, or even in the 20s, now this card is 1350s. Not bad at all. 5 pages right here, as you can see. And it's played in Blue Eyes, it's played in Dragon Rulers, of course. Those decks are not the end all be all as the meta shifts towards the best new decks. They don't play these cards. So, you know, as we can see here, 1350s, not bad. If you need like your one of, 1350s is much better than paying into the 30s when we had those highs there earlier this year in March. And yeah, so this card is crashing down, man. Probably a lot of people didn't know. Just generically good. 2 Dragon Monsters, a Link 2, not bad at all. One to keep in mind. We have Lunalight Perfume. Again, Lunalight's just falling out of favor. They never even had their heyday. That's why, yeah, I mean, if you topping Nats, maybe 1 or 2 people topping that, like, that's not its heyday. You know, it wasn't heavily represented in the top tables. And, you know, yeah, you still have a month where you can play these cards before the ban list. And even so, even before ban list comes, these new decks from Justice Hunters are already going to take over the format as early as this weekend. So again, this is falling out of favor. Card used to be $4, went up to 13s. Now it's crashing back down to 8s. I'd be selling this card. That's just me, before it continues crashing down even more. 54 listings. Lunalights, you know, ended up being just all hype. Hopefully you made money with the hype, because I did. You know, I bought the quarter century fusion monster for $2, moved it at double digits. You know, little moves like that, just great. Selling into hype, because look, most of these decks, they just never pan out. Literally, most of the hype, most of these decks and the new support and this and that and the third, they never pan out, man. You know, yeah, sure, could you go with this deck and compete at locals, maybe at the regional level? Of course. But we're talking about you know, the masses heading into Nats thought that this deck would be, you know, one of the top tier decks, and it didn't pan out so you can see, you sell these cards, man. If you still have these cards, you're moving. You have tuning, QCSR. Excuse me, guys, this card was $4 or $5, went up to 15s, you know, went up that 3x, and now crashing back down to 983s. So look at that, 48 listings, but don't get it twisted. These are all one-ofs on page 1, and then eventually the card reaches, what is that? You know, 1150s? Yeah, around there. So double digits again. So if you've ever wanted this card, you missed it at $4 or $5, you missed it at 15s because you waited, you didn't buy the low, you didn't buy the top, you buy the halfway move down at $10. Anything at single digits is a steal for this card, because now people forgot about the synchro support. They don't care about it, they're not paying attention to it. Everyone's just focusing on Justice Hunters, and that's good. You come in here from Stampede, you pick up this quarter century secret rare at single digits. This one should age very, very well. Still scarce. After a couple is back up to double digits, and then if you're playing synchros, you're gonna have, you know, your QCSR tunings, and if you're not and you're just an investor or investing into this card, you're gonna buy it at 9, anything under 10s, and then it'll probably be a 20 piece and beyond, and you're gonna be taking advantage of that 100% 2x move. We have Ghost Sister and Spooky Dogwood alternate art. This Ghost Girl card was just 8 bones. No one cared about it. Spiked up to a 20 piece. Crazy, with some sales even closer to 30s. They're at 28.90s. And now flash crashing down, it says 211s, and really we're at 12s with 37 listings. You have play sets here, so 4 pages only, of course. You know, it is a Ghost Girl. Volume is still, you know, there, kind of, sort of, but yeah, I mean, you know, it's much better than paying $20, 12 for sure. So, you know, just one to keep in mind if you still needed a one-of, if you still needed this card, if you're collecting it as part of your Bonanza QCSRs or Ghost Girls collection, who knows, man. You needed this alternate art. You know, I love this alternate art, man. It looks great. And yeah, not bad at 12s. This card can always go back up to 20s. So at 12s, not bad at all if you're taking advantage of that flash crash. And you have Gold Sarcophagus, guys. QCSR. I like this one. I like this one in the sense, like, if you want quarter centuries, not bad at all. Of course, it's crashing down now because, you know, Malice is falling out of favor. But don't forget, cards like these, they have the boomer side to them, you know, the boomer aspect to them, you know, being able to play it in Edison format and past formats here. You see this card used to be 1750s on the 3-month. And yeah, that was the high. And now it's flash crashing down to single digits, 55 listings, you know, essentially a 50% dump here with a 7 wall of China. Then the next wall's at 835s with 19 copies. So this card is flash crashing, man. So if you need it for Edison, if you need your copies, not bad at $8. Much better paying it at single digits than paying 100% premium, as most people were at $17. So again, this is when you want cards that flash crash 50%. You want to come over here, especially if you're a boomer. Not a bad time to get access to this card, this quarter century secret rare that everyone else forgot about from Rarity Collection 2. You have Trishula, Dragon of the Ice Barrier. QCSR was like, this is $5? When? How? The card was $15 just 3 months ago. And the card now is down 3x. Down 3x. 40 listings here, and you have a couple of 1s and 2s, and then the card goes back up to 650s, guys. So at $5, not bad. You need to understand this card is actually played in one of the past Yu-Gi-Oh form. Which one is it? Is it I don't know. You guys know more than me. I know I needed one, and I found the Platinum Secret Rare for my extra deck. And when I was building one of those boomer decks, I needed one of these. So again, don't forget about this card. $5 for Trish, man. This is a quarter century secret rare Trish, man. An iconic synchro monster, a broken card. I mean, just 5 bones for a QCSR? Nah. I mean, the card was just 15s not too long ago, so down 3x, you take advantage of it. Me, if you go to the 6-month chart, I bought this card at $5-6 and literally got rid of it at double digits. And now we're playing the same game. We came all the way back down to the scene of the crime, even a tad bit lower than previous prices. You buy. Literally, you buy. Of course, there's no volume. This is not meta relevant. We understand. but it's boomer relevant. And that's what matters, that as people build their older decks, they're gonna want this quarter century secret rare at $5. Shh, man, 5 bones, man. Come on now, I need to get me a place just cause. I already have one that I bought like at 6, so I'm gonna buy another one here at 5s. I don't know, I might just get a place at like 2 more, complete my place, or just let it marinate like fine wine. Why? Because it's a quarter century secret rare, Trish. $5, man. I mean, it did come in the rarity collection too. It's getting harder to get. Not bad at all, man. So, excuse me. Now I'm curious to see the other versions of this card. Damn, multis are a hundo. Damn, man, this card is beautiful. You got Dusa. This card is beautiful. Trish is a beautiful card, and don't forget, we're actually getting synchro support, so you never know. Excuse me, guys. You never know how the new support is gonna pan out. You have clean secrets at shekels, PCRs at shekels, man. Starlight rare at $55, man. What is going on with this card? We need to do an in-depth look into this card here, real quick. Let me just see here real quick. Okay, so wow, this ultimate rare looks beautiful with the spiral. I need this card, man. Yeah, I need it for my collection, man. 100 and then 150. I need this card, man. It was cheaper though in the past. See, 125s going down to 1Bs. Well, in the past was multiple years ago, but yo, this card at a hundo, beautiful, man. Hey, if any of you guys have it, let's trade. Let's work something out, man. You have a Starlight rare at a 50 piece. Shh. Hey, if you're a heavy stonker, look at that. This card was a hundo, down 40-45%. Man, it quickly goes to 60s. 19 listings only, really scarce from Blazing Vortex, guys. This has all of a sudden turned into a Trishula Dragon of the Ice Barrier market watch. Nah, guys, but Starlight Rare is crashing down as well. Beautiful card. If you've ever wanted this card, it's never been lower in price. Literally, you can see it here. Never been lower in price than now. If you want the Starlight Rare and you're a heavy stonker, 50 bones, not bad. And you have the Platinum Secret Rare. This is the one that I found in my collection, and I'm using Platinum Secret Rare at $1 and some change. Not bad. This card could be 2s, 3s, 5s one day, as people need this. They want matching rarities for their boomer decks. Not bad at all. Let me see. That's about it for Trish. Yeah, so keep it in mind, man. You have clean secrets and PCRs and PURs, you name it. Trish is not a bad card to pick up. You never know with the new Synchro deck if somehow they make this. And even if not, it has that boomer effect on the card as well. Yeah, man, don't forget about this card. With so many Yu-Gi-Oh cards, most people forget. Look at that. But we remember. What a beautiful card, man. I need this card, man. I need it. I need to start building a mini PC, mini personal collection. But that's the thing. If I get this for a hundo and I see it at 200, the PC goes to the wayside, man. That's why I'll be like, let me take my 2X off the table, man. That's why I don't like. I have kind of sort of a PC, but man, I just that green, that green. When that green calls, yo, we got to pick up, man. We got to pick up. Don't forget about Trish right here. Quarter century secret rares at 5 bones. Look, I refreshed. Someone bought it. Someone bought the one that was gonna be mine at $5.03, guys. So keep this one in mind, boys. Then we have the Eye of Tomatoes. QCSR here. 7 bones. This card was what? $12, crashing down to 8s, and now is at 697s. I mean, if you're a DM player, DM collector, and you want this quarter century, it's down 50%. So, I mean, not rip, maybe 40%. Take advantage of it. Anything under 7s should age well. Quickly goes to 9s at the bottom of the page. So 40 listings only. Volume, there's no volume, it's non-existent, so it's not a liquid card. But again, if you're a collector, if you need this card, these cards always age well. They just get harder to get. You have DM players, there's collectors out there, so 697s, not bad. If you have the spare 7 bones, you're a DM guy, you forgot about this card, not bad to get exposure, as the card has crashed down to all-time lows. Not bad at all. And here we have Danger Sushinoko. Again, at 3 bones is too cheap, man. I have a feeling that at one point down the line, Dangers are coming back into the meta, even as Rogue or whatnot, but Dangers are just too great. You had a kind of like a double top formation at $5, coming back all the way down to the scene of the crime. You have one here at 3s, but then it does go up to 4s quickly, and eventually $5 at the bottom of the page. So 49 listings, nothing too crazy. This is one that you just, you add it to your cart. You're like, you know what? Let me just add this card here. Let me get exposure. I have like, I don't know, anywhere from a playset to like 6 of these. I just have exposure because this card was always money before the Stampede reprint. And I think eventually down the line, the same thing can happen for this particular card. Guys, link in the description down below. Come over here. Shout out to the people getting their $15 off, man. Appreciate each and every single one of you guys for taking advantage of this deal over there on Whatnot. And yeah, don't forget we have a Discord and X where we host giveaways and things of that nature. You want to make sure you join the Discord and follow over there on X. Don't miss out. And don't forget, we have other links here on our link tree. Make sure you check out all our links here. We have discount codes and you name it. So yeah, even those podcast episodes that I made way back in the day, I need to update that, man, especially as we get close to 10K. So we'll see down the line, but don't miss out. Check out these links, guys. And none of this content is official financial advice. It is for entertainment purposes only. So if you can relate to what we do here, positively impacting people's lives, make sure you subscribe, you ring that bell, you like the video on the way in as we are in our halftime show. Let's drink to that, guys. You guys already know, almost at 9.8K, man. Let's drink to that. We continue to grow, guys. We continue to grow, and it's all thanks to you watching right now or listening to my voice right now. You guys are straight MVPs. We have Galatea I, the Orcus Automaton. This card is actually crashing down in price. Literally, the chart is saying we were consolidating at around 16, 17 bones. Boom, flash crash in excess of 14. But really, wow, 1285s, 92 listings. Quickly goes back up to 14s, but you have a bunch of walls of China. And this is because, again, like we're heading into a new format. Literally, the format starts tomorrow, able, where the format is legally able to play these cards, at your locals, at your next, at your next, man, I can't even talk. At your next locals, starting tomorrow, if it's on Fridays or Saturdays or Sundays, people are going to be playing their new decks. They're going to be playing their Justice Hunters card, Vanquish Soul Canine and Draco Tails and Yummies and this and that and the third. So again, people are moving on. Yeah, there's going to be Orcus players out there. They're going to still compete. They're going to still love their deck. But when the masses move into a new deck, then this is what happens. You start seeing these, either retracements back down to the mean or crashes to new lows, like in this card's example. So, yeah, I mean, heading into Nats, it was good just to pick it up. But now as the card goes down in price, after this playset, it does go back up to 14s. I'd be selling this card, man. The wall of China is too great. It might hit single digits as that sell pressure comes in and people move on to the better decks of the current format. Then we have Deception of the Sinful Spoils. Crazy how the mighty have fallen, man. This card used to be a 40 piece at one point. Insane. Used to be a 40 piece. If you go to the yearly chart, look at that, $1.60. This card hasn't even gotten reprinted yet. Still hasn't even gotten reprinted, and now it's 13 bones. So I was gonna talk about this card yesterday, as it is a card from Rage of the Abyss, but it's crashed down so hard that I had to leave it for today's video. Insane. 13 bones. This is gonna be single digits. This is gonna be free 99. This card lived this hype cycle or life cycle, and hopefully you sold in the 20s or even 30s. You got rid of this because now the card is 13s, and if you held the card, now a new low, just flash crashing down to 13 bucks. But hey, Jay, I held. There's a 5 wall here. What do you do? Listed right below this. Cut your losses, man. Sometimes you have to cut your losses, live to fight another day, reinvest whatever you have left into the next move, and then you're going to be up 2x, 3x, 5x, and then it's like nothing happened. You're going to break even and even make more money. So again, that's the whole point of moving these cards. We've been saying to sell this card for the last couple months, but as we review this card heading into the tins in about a month, you just get rid of this, man. You know what I mean? You mean what I know? Shit. Crazy, some of these crashes. We have Imseti Glory of Horus. Again, this Prismatic Secret Rare. We're going to touch base on a couple of these as we head into the tins. People are speculating. Maybe we get a Secret Rare. Maybe we get, not a Prismatic Secret Rare. I'm sorry. Maybe we get an Ultra, for example. in this year's tins because these cards need a reprint. So hey, it was 2650s as people move away from Orcus and graveyard heavy deck cores, plus the potential reprint. Card was 22s last we talked about it. Now it's 1960s, down about $3. So again, just down in price. As you can see, back into the teens, 54 listings for this card. So cards like these, you want to move them. Maybe they fall out of favor. Maybe it gets reprinted soon. You want to move these cards as they continue to be somewhat best-selling. So there you go. Just as King Sarcophagus, the other piece, the card was $8 recently. Now crashing down to 4s, guys. Wow. So crashing down, 40% dump, almost 50% down, 72 listings with the R09 right there. So it's time to move on from these engines, not because they're not good, but because, again, like I said, they can either get reprinted or just overall power crept. So you want to sell these into this current initial sell pressure because you don't want to get caught this card becoming free 99 and you leaving that extra couple of shekels, extra couple of billies on the table. Then we have Chaos Angel, same deal. This one continues to make new lows. As we can see here, getting closer to 25s now, 71 listings, as you can see, and wow, 8 pages here. So yeah, I mean, volume is still high. People coming in getting their Chaos Angels, but making a new local 3-month low right here. The chart isn't even updated, guys. So again, hey, card is starting, to continue to crash down. As you can see, the card was 40s, then it was 30s, and now we're into getting sort of, to the mid-20s, guys. So this is how it starts, little by little. This is how it starts, and then boom, it gets a reprint, and then all of a sudden, this card is like $10, single digits, crazy. So we'll see. Give us an ultra rare, Konami. Just give us an ultra rare in this year's tins, man. In a month, we want to see this card as an ultra rare. Give us this. Give us the Cash Tira package. Give us Imsetis and Bestials. Do us right, man. Finally do us right in this year's tins. Give us that value as ultra rares. But maybe that's too much to ask, man. Maybe I'm just hoping too much. We have Ground Zeno. The card went parabolic. Card was 5 bones. Went up to 15s. Gave people that 3x play, 3x move. Retraced back down to the mean. And now consolidating. Beautiful chart action. Here, price action with volume as well. The card is 870s, 66 listings. So if you're a Dino player, you need this card, you pick it up now, man. Pick it up at single digits. Of course, this card could get reprinted at any moment, or it might not get reprinted. So again, if you need it to play, single digits is great, especially at under 9s. You have 5 right here. I'd be getting exposure now to this card, not because it can't go lower, but because you see a tad bit of consolidation here after the retracement back down to the mean with volume. Pick it up, sure. Can go lower, no one knows the future, but at least you gave yourself a shot down here. You didn't buy the top. Much better, to buy the retracement back down to the mean. There you go. Then we have number 67, Paradise Smasher. This card continues to crash down like a rock. It was 33 bones for the secret rare. And now thanks to the reprint as a rare, and I think a super as well. I'm not sure, you guys would know more than me. It says 950s right here, but we're at $8, man, with an R06 right there. So this card, I mean, after those, it quickly goes up to 950s and then eventually double digits at the bottom of the page. But overall, 37 listings. I believe this card's has lived its life cycle in the sense, not just, okay, this is the max rarity. I don't want to play rares or supers. I get it. But I mean, this card might get banned. It just might. So again, you have about a month. As we get closer to a potential ban list is one that you want, I'd be getting rid of. Hopefully you took profits while it was at least in the teens. But yeah, if those 6 are gone and you see it back at $9-10, I'd be getting rid of it. Maybe even now, just to move on, just in case it gets hit. And now you have cheaper holographic options available to you. Then we have Live Twin Lila CR and Live Twin Kiss a Kill CR from Genesis Impact. These CRs, guys, this is insane. If you're 40 minutes in, I just want to discuss this. It's crazy what happens in Yu-Gi-Oh! Just how something goes from so valuable, like it becomes so valuable because of hype, and then it just becomes trash. Trash in the sense of value compared to its previous valuation, and just the demand not being here anymore. So we have Lila here. This card, guys, this is a 3-month chart. This card used to be $35. $35, and now it's down 10x. It is down 10x right here, guys. Look at that. Look at that. It says 721s. Yeah, that's just a one of okay, but it's down 10x, man. Look at that. It's already someone that came in and bought that one. There's still this one right here. And then even, let's say $5, where you see like a 7 wall, going down from 35 to 5s. That's what, like over a 7x move down, crash. Crazy. Crazy. Look at that. And on the yearly, it was really a 42 piece. Insane. Insane. So look, if we search, we check the other prints right here real quick. We can do this and just check overall. You see it got the Stampede treatment, you know, so you see it has a quarter century secret rare. So we understand people are going to want the quarter century that, mind you, at one point was $23, and now this card is $5. So it's down 4.5x. So that goes to show not just that fundamentally, oh, Jay, of course, is going to crash because it got a quarter century. The card was also hype. Remember when these cards came out and Live Twins or Evil Twins, whatever, like they actually topped a big event and this and that in the third and all that hype. And, you know, because recently it was still even $20 early June. It was still a $20 card early June, guys. And as we can see, this card came out in April. So even after the quarter century came out, this one was still, it was holding value. And even from $20 went all the way down to $5. Insane to see, you know, these crashes. They have their parabolic rises and then they crash down. Just so much value lost, dissipating, vanishing. Insane, guys. Same as Kiss a Kill here. Card used to be a 40 piece 3 months ago, and on the yearly, yeah, $44, and now $5. Crazy, man. Crazy to see. Even the quarter century's down 4x. You know, so in general, the card is down in price, not just because of the reprint, but because it fell out of favor. You know, they came in, it did its thing for like a week, and then it just vanished. It's insane to see how some of these valuations just, get destroyed. We have Regenesis Archfiend, and I won't lie, guys, 300 copies, that's a lot, man. Look at that, 300 Wall of China. The card was 12, 13s, crashed down to 7s, and now it's approaching $5. I'm happy because I want these cards. You know, I want Regenesis. I want to build a deck. Literally, I just want it. I want to build Regenesis. Why not? And as it goes lower in price, this is a massive Wall of China. Hopefully these sellers here want to compete with the wall and continue pushing this card's price down. Almost at over 100 listings. The card is at all-time lows, and the card just continues crashing down. You know, and then like if Cashier gets reprinted, Fenrir again and all that, you know, Cashier, Fenrir, great deck to build. Just a great deck. Sure, are you going to compete? No, won't compete, you know, with the best decks, but just a nice little deck to be able to build, but at cheaper prices. So with this Wall of China, I always wanted this card to reach at least $5, but no rush. Patience wins this game. Now we're going to wait for threes. $10 a playset, man. That's always been the goal for this card. Insane to see it pan out in this manner. And yeah, just insane to see it crash down like this. I mean, you do see the secret rares are holding $9 strong, but wow, look at this Wall of China here that just came in as well. You know, I believe that's going to cause a major sell pressure after this flash crash from 15s. And yeah, now I need the field spell to be 5s. I'm sorry, not field spell. The spell secret rare to be 5s, and then the monster to be 3s. So that we can take advantage of that. Look, 70 bones for the quarter century secret rare Regenesis. And now it says 48s, but really we're at 38s, guys. These cards continue to crash down from Alliance Insight. Crazy to see this pan out and to see these cards crashing. That's the thing. They come out and then people move on, you know, and yeah, this set, again, Songs of the Dominators is the value now from here. Best-selling card, as you can see, even with, you know, this quarter century secret rare. Crazy, guys. But Alliance Insight, been getting destroyed. We have Primite Dragon, Neither Berzelia. Starlight rare recently was what? You know, in the 40s. Then it says 30s, and now we're at 28s, and then 25s, and then, you know, again, it'll probably keep going down because even on the 1 month, we still don't have consolidation for the Starlight rare. 62 listings, so, you know, I expect 25s. You know, if you see this at a 20 piece, maybe as a Starlight, not bad from Duelist Advance, a core set Starlight rare. So we'll continue to see how this one pans out. Yeah, I mean, Neither Berzelius, 28 bones. Damn, there was people paying $70, man, 70s, 60s, 50s. Patience wins this game, man. Patience wins this game. We have Medias the Pure. Now, look at that crash, man. All-time low in price here at under 5s with the major wall of China. 89 listings. The supply is coming in. That's good. Hopefully, this wall pushes it down to a playset for 10 bucks. That'd be my, fair assessment of what where I would want to pick up this card. $10 for a playset. That's my goal. Because I don't believe Konami's done with waves of support for this, deck archetype. So Medias is at 3s, 330s. That's the goal. Right now is at around 5s. Like if you need them, I mean, you pick them up, but I'd be waiting with the supply right here. And volume dwindling. I mean, yeah. Crazy to see the, prices these lows for this card. So there you go. You have Gem Knight Nepi Rim. Got a top 4 at Nats, if I'm not mistaken. Crazy. But people like, okay, good for it. We're moving into a new format. Card was 14, 15 bucks, crashing down to 9s, and here we are, 44 listings with, again, the same seller. Man, this is the TCGU wall of China, man. 944 is right here with the wall. The card has been retracing down. So, I mean, if you need it, 9, 10s is better than 15s, or even crazier prices. But at the same time, that sell pressure might continue to push the card's price down. Wanted to report this retracement back down to the mean for you guys. Same as Amelia, Dance Priestess of the Necros. This card has crashed down overnight. Flash crash, crazy. Card used to be 5 pushing 6s, and now says we're 378s. We wish. Card is 220s, man. Around 250s with, again, over 100 listings. This is a massive wall of China. The supply is coming in hard from that one big Mr. Wall of China right here. Usually is Gamer's Choice, but or TCGU, as you guys can see there. Insane to see this card that was value not too long ago just get slashed down 50% dump, man. Crazy to see these walls coming in. Let me know what you guys think. We have Outer Entity Nyarla. This card recently went parabolic from shekels to $5 and now crashing back down to $1.88. If you need this card, not bad. You take advantage of these walls just if you needed to play. 55 listings, not bad, because eventually it does start going back up to 3. So, you take advantage of this flash crash with a card like this if you need it. To play heavy polymerization, like we said about Lunar Lights, the card hits 15s. I managed to move mine at 10s. But remember, guys, I was buying mine at around $1.50. So I took profits at Nats. And now the card is at 678s. But really, we're at 547s. Hopefully, you sold this card, because this card I expected to go out of favor. And, even at 5s, if you came in at $1.50, just take your 3 to 4 to 5. Just run for them hills, man. You move on from this card until it goes down to 3s and below, while we pick these back up again. So hopefully you move these, you move this card, because sometimes a lot of people just watch spikes happen. You just can't move the card, or don't do it, or forget about it, and then it comes all the way back down. Hopefully this is a card that you guys moved into that Lunar Light hype. The game is too easy. We have Azamina. Is this Sylvia? Let's say just Azamina Sylvia here. This card as an ulti just crashing down, because who cares? Like who makes these decisions, bro? Like, let's be honest with it. Like, who cares about this ultimate rare, man? Like, this just came out in our latest OTS pack. Like who cares about this? I'm sorry to go on a rant, but like, who makes these decisions? Like, Sylvia, OTS pack 28 ulti, like, come on now, man. Like, damn. Sure, that one kid, Jay, but I play as Mina White for it. Good for you, man. Like, honestly, if good for that person, that individual, a couple of people, that's fine. It's their favorite deck, core, oh my God. But I'm talking about, like, for all of us, for the masses. Like, Blue Eyes was great. Like, do a better job, man. Like, these people who makes these decisions? Like, how is this? This card never even did anything. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't like, oh, they're late, but at least it's a Fenrir, like, whatever, Fenrir came out or whatever. Okay. Where it actually can see play utility, but like, I'm surprised it's still 17 bones, if you ask me. I'm surprised not $5. Literally, because like 30 listings, I mean, of course it makes sense that it's crashing. And honestly, even this is too expensive, man. Me, if I'd be going to locals, I'd pull this, gonzo. Next day, gone. Man, I wish I might, man. I wish I might. We have Archmage Finmail and Archmage Diactorus. These cards from Duelist Advance continue crashing down, making new all-time lows, man. Even in the twos right here. A $3 wall of China right there for Finmail. Not bad at all. So you can pick up the Secret Rare at $10 for a place at post-tax. Beautiful. And then you have Diactorus right here. This card, kind of trying to double bottom here. Excuse me, at around 214s. Over 100 listings, not bad at all here if you need the card. We always told you guys when we had that initial rush Archmage hype, these cards went crazy. We're like, yo, just let the supply come in. Patience wins this game. You're gonna be well off. No need to rush into anything. Hopefully you guys waited. We have Argo Stars Adventurous Arion. Why am I talking about this card? Because there was people paying, like, this is just crazy, man. If you're 50 minutes in, you know, and you're this far into the video, sometimes I just like having fun in a way. Where's fun in a way? I mean, I feel bad about it, but where's my guy Billy, man? He hasn't made an appearance in a while. Shout out to the Billy Bob token right there. Imagine, you know, you look like this, just fresh off the press, just like the channel, with the chain and the suit. You can't forget the tie, and you got the backward glasses right there, but the hair is on point. That's my guy Billy Bob, right? You look like this, just fresh, and you see this card, you know, come out, Argo Stars at Adventurous Arion. You're like, oh my God, this is a Duelist Advanced Ultra Rare, and you know, and she's on a unicorn horse type of looking thing, and her hair is blue, and you know, I just love, you know, Argo Stars, and I need the card, and man, I can't wait, and I'm gonna pay $16 for it. You know what? But I just got my first copy at 16s. I want a second copy at 13s, man. You know what I mean? You mean what I know? But you know what, man? Look at that. The card is down like $10 a pop. I need to get it now at 3 bones, right? I'm making the right move. And then you wake up and the card is free 99 at 14 cents. At 14 cents. Walls of China at shekels under quarters. So it is just mind-boggling. It's not like a one-off random purchase. No, we're talking about 4 people, a dozen people, and 475 sales at 3/16 when the card is 16 cents right now, essentially. They could have saved $3 a pop. Insane. Crazy. Look, if you come here and pull up the calculator, you do 475 times $3. These people spent an extra $1,425 accumulatively in this card early July. Crazy. Crazy. Instead of just waiting for the card to one day be free 99. This card is free. You can't even like trade for this card. Literally, you're gonna be, oh man, add 14 cents to our deal. What, bro? Come on, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, it's just too much, man. Yo, it's crazy to see. Look at that, 158 listings, man. Yo, make sure you add those 14 cents to our trade value, huh? Man, get out of here. This is free. If I'd owned this card and someone want, just take it, bro. Take it. And people out here paying, again, it's not just about the card, it's about the lesson. That's why I'm laughing and smiling and giggling and you know, and having fun towards the end of this market. Why? It's about the lesson. The lesson that patience wins this game 90-95% of the time. You wait and you win. Literally. You wait and you win. I have to move on. Here we have Argo Stars Glorious Adra. This card used to be $8. Now you wake up one day and it's $1. Of course, the walls are at 2s, even 2 bones. You know, this card is at all-time lows. No better time to build Argo Stars. I have the deck core, you know, and yeah, I just have the deck core, and you know what I mean. You mean what I know. No better time. You never know if it gets another wave of support. It just got new support in Duelist Advance, so not bad at all. At a bone. And then we have the best card, Petite Moth. You know, this is the best card from Stampede. Card used to be $10, and now you wake up one day and it's 4s. Is down essentially a 60% dump. I'm right here, 63 listings. So if you've ever wanted this Ruxin card, I think it is, right? That Yugi tuber, if I'm not mistaken, you know, $4. There you go. I'll stay with my Platinum Secret Rares, but yeah, this $4 or $5 card could become money one day. You never know, as it ages well and becomes scarce thanks to the connection to that YouTuber. Guys, right here, make sure you subscribe, ring that bell, like the video on the way out. I would gladly appreciate that, as it really does help out the channel. Make sure you share this in one place in a group chat, you know, or with your friends. It really does go a long way. Yeah, we're approaching 9.8K, and it's all thanks to you guys. Much love to the community. You guys are straight MVPs. Guys, thank you so much for your time, for your support, for your attention. Stay fresh.